The blue heron's genus name comes from the name of a town. In Roman mythology, this town was burned to the ground, but from its ashes rose a pale, slender bird with mournful cries and flinging embers from its wings. Sound familiar? The name means heron.
To add to the heron mythology, the Egyptian deity Bennu, who is associated with rebirth, is often depicted as a heron with a long neck and legs, plumes on its head, and blue/gray color. It's possible this god was the origin of the phoenix myth, further linking this legendary bird to herons.
Sometimes scientific names are tautonyms. These are scientific names in which the genus and species name match, such as gorilla. The blue heron doesn't have the same generic and specific name. However, both its names mean heron, so the heron's scientific name literally means heron, which is still somewhat like a tautonym.
The mournful cries of the heron described in Roman mythology aren't all too inaccurate. These birds have explosive, harsh calls that they especially use on their breeding grounds. Here are some examples of what a blue heron sounds like. Of course, some people describe this as more cranky than mournful. What do you think?
That cranky call has given rise to one of the blue heron's multiple nicknames. These birds are known as Ol' Crankies in some parts of their range. Another of their common names is shitepoke, which is supposedly in reference to their behavior of defecating after taking flight from being startled. Others include Long John and Poor Joe.
It's no surprise these birds go so far back into human history and culture. They have been around for a long time. The oldest known great blue heron fossils date back to the Pleistocene, which was when woolly mammoths, saber-toothed cats, dire wolves, and giant sloths roamed North America.
One famous blue heron is known as Harper. She shocked millions of people when she flew over 1,400 miles non-stop from New Brunswick across the open ocean to reach her wintering grounds in Cuba. Harper stopped in Florida to grab a bite to eat and concluded her journey of almost 2,500 miles in just over a week.
Many great blue herons make long migrations just like Harper. However, some remain in the same place year-round. One example of a homebody heron is Big Blue, who has been tracked for 6 years by the same scientists who tracked Harper. Big Blue spends his time in a 13 square mile swath of land and lake.
Among their various mating rituals, such as locking bills, feather preening, and dancing, something that's described as similar to a tango, blue heron males bring their prospective partner sticks that will be used in nest construction. He has to pick the right stick, or else she may reject him.
During their breeding season, blue herons form large breeding colonies. These gatherings are referred to as a heronry. This is just a more specific word for rookery, which is a word used to describe not only a breeding group of rooks, but also all kinds of animals, including some mammal species. Furthermore, a gathering of herons is also known as a siege.
Did you also know that great blue herons fly with their neck in an S shape? And they also appear white. Check out our full Great Blue Heron episode to learn even more. There's a card on screen you can click right now. Go ahead, click it. There's lots to learn. And thanks for watching Animal Fact Files.